Hello, hello, Tammy Cinematic Skeins. Welcome. If you're new here, hello. I'm Tammy of Cinematic Skeins. I dye yarn when I can. I knit, spin, dye, crochet, do a little bit of the crafty things because my brain flits from thing to thing and that's what I do. I make bats now. So yeah, we're going batty. That's going to be the title of the episode, Going Batty. Because I am seriously going batty. It's been a minute, y'all. So yeah, the people that have been here, welcome back. Hello. I'm so sorry. It's been like a month, hasn't it? Lots has happened. I've just been in a mood or moods. I haven't been in the greatest of headspaces, and then I was like trying to focus on all the things that needed my attention, and I got a little overwhelmed and a little crazy. Not crazy, but just not in a great place mentally, and I just needed to not do anything, so I haven't done anything. And Theo's staring at me because I closed the door. Okay, so new people. I go off on tangents, forget what I'm talking about. I'm constantly interrupted by dogs. There you go. I ramble a lot. There you go. Did I say that already? See? I've forgotten. But hi everybody that's still here. I'm glad you stuck around. Thank you. I'm gonna try real hard to make this a regular thing again. Like, I think originally I was doing it every 2 weeks. I'm gonna try, y'all. I'm gonna try. I know for July I'm pretty much just gonna be spinning because, you know, tour de Fleece and all. So if y'all want, I'll come on here and share the things that I'm spinning or go over spinning stuff. I don't know. But I have a lot to show you. I finished my sweater, so let's just hop right on in. I have a pile of the things, and I decided because I was cleaning today that I needed to go ahead and film a video so I can put all this stuff away. So you guys are the motivation that I need to put the things away. So once I show them, I can put them away. Right? Okay, here we go. I finished my Moonology pullover by Ellie of Curio Stitches, which is now known as Ellie's Yarn Co, I believe, but I finished it. I have not blocked it, so ignore the wonkiness in the color work. You guys saw this last time. I was working on it and I was having so much difficulties with my gauge and the color work bunching up and all the things. It was all me because of the wrist thing. Because I think I told you guys when I started it, I had my wrist brace on and I was knitting with my wrist brace, so I was getting gauge. And then I decided to take my wrist brace off when I restarted it to see if it improved my color work. And it did, but it completely changed my gauge. So I got to like halfway through the body and I realized that gauge was completely off and it was too big. So I stopped using my Yarnaceous DK and I switched over to a sport weight in order to get gauge. So I made mine with sport weight. This is made with yarn that doesn't exist anymore, but my local yarn store still has it. This is Quince Co. Chickadee Heather, the organic heather. They no longer make, which sucks because it's my favorite thing in the world. They still make the chickadee yarn, but they don't make the organic chickadee yarn anymore. But yes, this is non-superwash. I love this. I don't know if you guys can see the gray, the bits of color in it. I tried to turn that thing back on that focuses. I don't know if it's gonna work. But anyway, that's what this is made of. And then the moons are, don't want anything to fall on my head, Mad Tosh, Pashmina. And it is the Great Gray Owl colorway, held double. So yeah, it fits. My only reservation about this, I'm sure it'll improve with blocking, is the arm is a bit tight. The armholes are a bit tight for me, for my body. So, but it looks really cool. I really like it. And I'm glad it's done. So that's that. Boom. That's my finished object. I also have some self-striping socks that are not finished yet, but they're getting there. They're my appointment socks. So every single doctor's appointment I go to, I knit on those socks, and that's the only time I knit on them. So they're taking forever. But I'm on the foot for both of those. And I don't think I'm going to have any more appointments for a while, hopefully. So yeah. Those of you that have been here, I got another MRI of my wrist. I got this really cool picture. That's just the x-ray with the dye injected. Like, they had to do this thing. I had to lay on a table and hold my hand like this, and they put big needle in it and it injected dye contrast into my joints. And then my wrist got all swollen and balloon-like from the fluid that was in there. So yeah, and it took a little bit to get back to normal. But then I had my MRI, which I don't have the results of yet, which is funny because I should have had the results already, but maybe I'll get them on Monday. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. That's what's going on with this. So I still haven't dyed because I'm waiting on permission, but I'm not having much pain anymore. So I'm not wearing my brace anymore. And I'm thinking I can go back to dyeing real soon. As long as the doc calls me and says the results are cool and I don't have to have surgery or anything, I'm going to start dyeing again. Just FYI. The Destash, I'm going to get to more things, I swear. I told y'all, my brain hops around. The Destash is still happening. It was supposed to happen in May and it did not. And that's my fault. My headspace was weird. I didn't want to do the things on the computer. I still don't want to do the things on the computer, but I've got half of it out there. It's still password protected because I want to get all of it on there before I open it up, because I don't want to do like bits and pieces and then have people be like, well, I bought this stuff, but if I had seen that stuff, I would have bought that. So I want to have it all out there, you know? Anyway, what else have I been up to? Made bats. I'm going to show you guys all the things. Made bats. I made a quilt top. I did it. My first quilt top. And I was on vacation this last week and I was supposed to work on it and finish it, like, you know, quilt it and all, because I bought black batting, which I didn't know existed, but black batting. So like when I sew it, like if the batting's not going to poke through, and if it does poke through, it's black and unnoticeable. And I still need to decide which of my backing fabrics I want to use, because I have like 3. I have that one I showed you guys, the black skulls, like the Halloween with the skull and the mushroom thing, and is it a cloche? I can't remember what it's called. The glass domey thing with the skeletons and the mushrooms. Y'all remember if you were here. Then I have this fabric with the grasses on it, and then I have the swirly fabric. Y'all probably can't see the detail, so I just need to decide which one I want to use, but I love this. Originally when I finished it, it was just the colorful bits that you guys see here, and I was disappointed because I didn't take into account seam allowance would shrink everything. So Aquila suggested of Lefty Knitter podcast that I do like more fabric around the outside, and she's like, it doesn't have to be more little squares, you can just do whatever. And I was like, that's true. So I got some black what's it called, geometrically designed, I don't know if you guys can see it, geometrically designed fabric. It's like little dots, grid dots. You can kind of see that it's not straight black. And then on the corners I put a big square of the floral fabric that's in the little squares because I had leftovers. So yeah, I am very proud of this. I don't know when I'm gonna quilt it. But I'm very stoked that I made it. I'm just so happy that I did it. Yes. Anyway, so I made that. So that's a finished-ish object. I finished a top. That counts as a finished object, in my opinion. I thought about sending it off to be long arm quilted, but you know, it's my first quilt. I'm going to do it all myself this first time. And the next one I make, I'll probably send off to be machine quilted. But I'm probably just going to do, you know, a grid and not like anything fancy. I might do some free arm quilting on the black bit, but you know, I'm just going to do grids on the squares. Call it a day. Make it easy, right? Anyway, so I did that. Andrea Mowry's new design, what's it called? Nebula. I cast that on. So that's one of my whips. When did I do it? I cast it on Friday night using this yarn that I dyed. I think the pattern calls for Farmer's Daughter Fibers, their DK fuzzy yarn. I can't remember. Is it alpaca? I don't remember. But it's that, or you can use a different yarn and then like a lace weight. But I decided to use a DK boucle that I dyed for myself based on an outfit of my mother's. The taupey color, I still have the sweater. It's in there somewhere. It's packed away in a box. But it was like this taupey sweater with like a almost like a Ren Fair kind of collar to it, and it was like a 3/4 sleeve, and it was like, I don't know if it was originally a boucle because the sweater is old, y'all, and it's been washed a lot. So I think it might have been boucle at some point. So I wanted to have something for it that was boucle, so I dyed this. So the taupey gray color is for the color of that sweater. I mean, it was probably just straight beige at one point, but it's real old, so it's a taupey gray now. Whatever. And she always wore it with this dark teal gypsy skirt that I completely destroyed because I borrowed it for Halloween one year because I wanted to be a gypsy, and I ripped the crap out of it because it was too long for me and I kept stepping on it, so I just ripped it in a little bit, so I made it throw it away. Anyway, so this has little bits of dark teal in it, and then little, you can barely see it, there might be like a spot here and there, like little turquoise speckles, because she wore that, and then she wore this really cool silver bracelet that had like giant turquoise ovals all the way around it. I still have that too. I never wear it because I'm afraid of breaking it because one of the clasps comes undone all the time. I need to find a silversmith to fix it. But anyway, so she always wore that with that bracelet, and like, so I put gray in here for the silver of the bracelet. And then she always wore these super cool sandals that I guess were only made in the 70s. I don't know. But they were like clear bottom, jelly kind of thing on the bottom. And then it was these really cool straps that went all the way up, like gladiator sandals, I guess you call them. But it was like really cool straps that went all the way up to like her knee. They were so cool. Anyway, they broke before I got old enough to have my feet the same size because my mom and I wore the same size shoes. But yeah, by the time my feet were big enough to fit them, they were long gone. But anyway, long story, I'm sorry. I dyed this for my mom's outfit and I wanted to make something with it, and the Andrew Mowry shirt fit the bill. Right? Okay. So I started that on Friday. I finished my short rows and I just started alternating skeins because now I'm done with short rows. It's real big because it's supposed to be, I believe, 10 to 24 inches of positive ease. So it's real big. But the way it's designed is it's like slopey. I'll put in a picture from the pattern page if I remember. But like, if I hold it like this, the back's longer than the front, you know what I mean? Do it like that. So like this bit is longer, like a little bit longer, and like on a curve. I don't know. I'll put in a picture. It's easier than me describing. So I'm working on that. And because I didn't have enough blanket projects sitting throughout the house. There's one over there. There's one in there. There's two in the other room. I started another one. And I'm just going to do squares. So what's it? Moss stitch squares. Moss stitch squares. And I'm just making a sofa throw. This is the one I'm working on right now. I think I had a couple more, but I took them apart because I changed my mind. I did a bunch of squares in different stitch patterns, and then I took them apart once I settled on the moss stitch. But I am using, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it sheepjus or shepes? I don't know how to pronounce it. Whatever. You guys have seen these before in stores or whatever. But one of my local yarn stores, Juju Knits, had the XL version. So this is the Stone Washed XL and the River Washed XL color pack. There are 50 little skeins in here. They're 15 grams each, 22.5 meters, and it's 70% cotton, 30% acrylic. And I might lay them out like they're laid out in this box. I've only opened one box so far, but I bought two. Just in case it ends up being another situation like this. So I bought two. So I have enough yarn. And if I only need one to make a throw blanket, then I can use this for a fun project or something. What is it? The coat of many colors? I could make a coat of many colors, or a sweater of many colors, as it were. But yeah, it's worsted or Aran. The label says Aran. Yeah, the label says Aran. I'm gonna go with worsted, whatever. I like this yarn. It reminds me of Cascade Cantata, which I used for the very first sweater I knit, which was the Glen Barrow. Yes, the Glen Barrow sweater. And it has this same pattern on it because it's got like that patterning like this on the sides. Anyway, this is my other blanket project. And it's funny because this exact same stitch is what I'm using for this blanket project that I haven't touched in forever. So yeah, all the blanket projects. But with this one, it's easier to do because if I just keep it under my coffee table, I can just pick up, knit a square while I'm watching TV, and it's just squares, just doing squares. And I still have that other Intarsia sweater thing that I'm working on. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's little squares that like half square, like triangles, half triangles, whatever. I'm working on that. I got new, did I bring it in here? I got more row one. So I have more row one minis to throw into it. I just haven't picked it up because I was trying to finish my test knit. Like I set aside everything so I could finish my test knit. Test knit's done. Now I can like be like, I don't know, working on all the things, which is what I'm doing now. So yeah, I'm working on this, working on that sweater. I'm working on that sweater, I'm working on socks. There's something else I want to cast on, but I mean, this is enough, right? Okay. And this is in my Homebrew Craft bag. Because Rev's the best. Yes. Okay, so that's all the stuff that I'm working on as far as knitting goes. The blanket squares are supposed to be a crochet project. They really were. But it didn't work out. I prefer the fabric of a knit. Like, I like Tunisian crochet because it's more dense and it doesn't have like the holes like granny square fabrics do. And I think the problem with that is it's dense and I want to make sure I have enough yarn, right? So I'm doing knit square anyway. ramble. Okay, what else? Spinning. I spun Is it Crazy, Lonely, and Blue? I don't remember. I'll put it here. From Three Waters Farm. I did a fractal spin. I think it turned out really pretty. It bled a lot. So I'm probably going to wash it a couple more times just to make sure I got all the dye out. I'm not mad at it because I know the pain of blue dye. I get it. So yeah, I spun that. I tried to spin it really, really thin. And yeah, it's not as thin as it should be. That's fine. It's fine. Then I'm trying to clear my bobbins for Tour de Fleece. I had enough to spin one of my favorite, like my favorite of my hand spun is this, which is black Malabrigo spun with like an undyed merino with nylon speckles throughout it. Speckles, what are they called? Tweedy bits. It's like a tweed, like a rainbow tweed. It's my favorite hand spun, and I had enough to make a little skein of it because I have like a big giant skein of it. So made that. And then I don't know where the label is, or I would tell you where I got it. But it was the Blue Ridge Mountains colorway that Carla was so nice to gift me. And I did... This is real. This one is okay. This I spun off of a bat that I made. So it's a little thick and thin, whatever. I'm still happy with it. It's my first bat spin. So did that. And then the other half of it, I am still trying to get the hang of chain plying. It's real bad. Don't stare at it too long. It's okay. I mean, it's usable, but it's not great. So yeah, that's what I've spun. This is what I'm currently spinning. This is Butterfly Girl Designs Borealis that I bought at Fiberfest last year, and I love how it's turning out. It's this really pretty heathered gray. I love it. And I have 2 bags of this to spin, so yes. I'm gonna try to finish. I might set it aside because Tour de Fleece is coming up and I want to spin newish things. So I joined 2 teams for Tour de Fleece this year. I joined Flannel and Pearls and Stitches and Starlight. Tangles and Starlight. I can't remember which one is the podcast. But anyway, I joined Christopher and Tashi's group, and I am doing the Stash Dashers with Melly Knits again this year. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to spin, because Stash Dashers is spinning from your stash, and then, you know, the other group is whatever you're spinning is fine. So I'm trying to pull stash and also stuff that I just really want to spin that I bought recently. So one, like, if it's something I bought recently, I'm going to spin it for the Starlight Flannel group. And if it's for, if it's from Stash, it's Stash Dashers. So yes, some braids might meet both. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. I'm just going to spin to spin. It's fine. Speaking of Tour de Fleece, I don't remember if I showed this to you guys or not, because it's been a bit. But this is the Fossil Fibers Tour de Fleece colorway for this year. I didn't ever spin last year's. It's fine. It's fine. I bought an extra one, so I have like 4 braids. And I need to figure out what I want to make with it. Because it's yak, so it's special. This one is Rambouillet Silk. Love spinning Rambouillet. And I wouldn't have bought it, except I like spinning Rambouillet. And I think altogether, I'm cool with the colors because it's a dark yellow, right? Yellow. It's a lot of yellow though. But I think it's pretty. I haven't decided how I'm going to spin it. I might spin it the exact same way it looks, so as a gradient. Just a giant gradient spin. I don't know. I haven't decided. Because I always do fractal, right? I want to spin some gradients, I think. So I might just spin it end to end. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So got that. And since I was placing an order anyway, I got potatoes that I told you guys about last time. The Lord of the Rings colorway potatoes. Potatoes. Also a bit of yellow, but it's more of a tannish yellow. You know, it's cool. It's fine. Yellow. Isn't that pretty? And I had to explain, I didn't have to explain it, but I did explain to someone that asked about my thing about yellow. I don't think that yellow looks good against my skin. I think it looks weird. It makes me look ill, in my opinion. That's why I don't like yellow. I don't mind yellow. I own things that are yellow. I just don't want to wear yellow. Okay, it's not that I hate the color yellow. Just put that out there. I don't hate the color yellow. I don't like the color yellow on my clothing. Okay, so that's why I don't want it in my yarn and stuff, because I plan to wear it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but this isn't bad. It's like a tannish yellow. It's fine. It's fine. How am I going to spin this one? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, and then showing y'all the braids that I bought recently, because since we're looking at fiber, Do you guys remember, if you've been a customer of mine, I dyed a yarn colorway called Coffee and Contemplation because it was based on Stranger Things. Because, you know, Hopper. Into the World had a colorway called Coffee and Contemplation, and I thought it was funny that they called their colorway Coffee and Contemplation because mine was Coffee and Contemplation. So yeah, I bought it. My Coffee and Contemplation was coffee colored. It was like coffee and cream kind of thing. Theirs looks like that. Isn't that pretty? So yes, got that. And then when I bought this, I got these. This is Winter Fancy. These are from Three Waters Farms, right? Yes. Winter Fancy. Okay. And this one is Cool Soil Blue Sky. And this is Falkland wool. And I bought this one because I've never spun Falkland. More yellow. But it's fine. This one I'm probably definitely going to do fractal. This one I haven't decided. That's those. And then I place orders with Camaj Fiber Arts whenever they have like a big discount sale, and they usually take like a month or so to arrive. So I always forget about it because it takes so long to arrive. So yeah, this came in the mail. And I have ordered more. Just put it out there. This is Gray Fox. I'll take it. Well, is this a zip tie or a tape tie? Oh, it's a tape tie. I'll open one of these. I got this. Decided I liked it and I ordered some more of it so I'd have a sweater quantity. So I will show you a closer up. And then she had sample bundles of all the other colors that ColourPop comes in. ColourPop sampler. Focus. There we go. ColourPop sampler. So let me open one. I think the white one is really funny. And I got these because I feel like the fact that the neps are the same colors as the fiber, like the yarny bits, the tweed doesn't bother me as much. I won't pick at it as much because it matches, you know what I mean? Anyway, so it's the orange with orange neps, right? Red. I think I have this fiber from somewhere else. I have a braid of this color already. The blue. I don't remember what the names are for these ones. Sorry. Green. If I can find it, I'll pop them at the bottom. Pink. And this is the Gray Fox. So I got a sweater quantity of this one because it's gray with black specks, which I love. And then the white also has neps in it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Do you see the neps? You can see it a little bit. So it's undyed with white neps, which I thought was funny. So yeah, I got two of those. I'm going to blend them or pop them on a blending board. Maybe make rainbow braids or rainbow roving or something with them. So that's what I bought these for. And then I got this much of this one because I was like, gray, always welcome. So yeah, and I liked it so much, I bought a sweater quantity. So I got these. Let's stick them here. See, the fiber doesn't go in this room. Only the yarn is in this room. So once I finish spinning the fiber, it goes into a bin like right there. But the yarn, the rest of the fiber is in giant IKEA bags in the other room. Yeah, okay, so that's that. I bought another fleece. There's more fiber. I have to open the box though. I got another fleece. It was a Cormo fleece and I picked it up from the Woolery. I know I said I was only going to buy a washed fleece, but I wanted to try one more time, right? Just to make sure I got the hang of it. And I think I do. But yes, the next one, if I buy another fleece anytime soon, it's going to be pre-washed because this was a chore. And I washed it a little bit differently. So the first fleece I showed you guys that I washed, the Rambouillet, I used mesh bags. and then I put them in the spin dryer, combed them, made the things, right? Well, this time I was watching on Instagram One Whip Wonder, and she washed hers in trays to keep the locks intact. So I did that because I wanted to try that method. So I got the trays, and this time I did not use, like the first time with the Rambouillet, I did the scouring using my dye pans so I could maintain temperature, right? Because I know that's really important when you're scouring. This time, and this is probably where I messed up, I decided to just do it outside. So I boiled water on the stove and just poured it in the tubs outside, and then did my scouring that way using the trays. And I honestly don't feel like I scoured it as well as a result. I don't know if it was because I used the trays instead of the bags. I think the trays was the problem. I feel like the water wasn't able to move as well between the trays. So like the bottom tray, just loads of dirt still on that bottom tray because it was like compacted, you know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe I didn't do it right. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not doing it again. I mean, I'll probably still use the trays for something, like for separating the stuff, but I think scouring in the bags is the best way to go. Where did I dropped it? Anyway, this is the Cormo. If you guys can see, it's a really pretty gray, right? That really pretty gray. Problem is the tips. Now, when I looked into this, I was told, like, you know, the bleach tips are probably damaged. They'll just pop off. Nope, they didn't pop off. So they just stayed in the wool. So instead of having this gorgeous gray, I got more brown. Which was disappointing to me because I really liked the gray of this. So yeah, I ended up with gray floof, gray brown floof. It's fine. It's like a grayish brown. It's fine. I've combed this much. I still have, I put it in the other room. I still have half a bag to go through. So what I'll say about that is the first fleece I got, the Rambouillet, was 1 pound. This Cormo was 1 pound. I feel like this was higher quality because I got already, this is how much fiber I got out of the Rambouillet, but I still have half a bag left of Cormo to go through. So I feel like I got a better fleece this time. I don't know, whatever. So I have this to spin. I was trying to decide if I'm thinking what I might do. Since I have this already ready and combed and I'm good with it, like this is enough definitely for a skein of yarn, right? I think the other half, like the half a bag of locks that I have left, I might dye them and then comb them. So I have like some pretty heathered yarn. I haven't decided yet, so they're just sitting in a bag. It's fine. It's fine. They're clean. It's good. So I did that. I made bats. And then we're going to open some stuff. I also took apart a bat and made these little bags of floof that I'm going to spin once I find some fiber with nylon in it, and I'm going to do some self-stripy socks with this. I did that. I had some rainbow fiber and I just took it apart and separated all the colors into little individual ones, and I think it's going to be really pretty in some socks. But this is straight merino, so I need to mix it with something with some strength to it so I can make socks, because it's not a whole lot of it. I mean, I think this is an ounce of fiber. Oh yeah, it's this fiber. It's this fiber from Paradise Fibers. And it was just an ounce. So I need to mix it with some other yarn, and I'm gonna make some shorties. Yes, that's the plan. They're probably gonna be DK shorties. Anyway, so bats. I made bats. I need to make some more. I don't need to, but I have some fiber set aside to make some more that I just found because I thought I'd used it all, and then I found another bag under my bed. I made this bat, which I think is really pretty. Look at it, look at it, look at it. And it's the other side. Let's see if I can peel it apart. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that nice? This is merino silk. So it's merino from Malabrigo, and then some silk that I had from Paradise Fibers. It came in one of my bags. So it's got layers of silk in between the colors. And I think it'll spin up really pretty. I am really happy with this. I have another bag of merino from this same bag o fiber. It was one of the merino like cloud tail bags or nube. No, it might have been the Malabrigo Noob or nube, however you say it. Little bundles, and I broke them up into separate colors, and yes, so I really like this one. The other half I have is like more greens and blues, and it doesn't have any of the pinks and purples in it, so I need to do that one. So I made that one. And then I had more of the teals and purples, same thing. Made that one. Right. And then these, what are these from? These are from a bat I bought at Fiberfest, and I decided I didn't like the way that the color was set up, so I split them all up. There's that. Orangey reds with gold, Angelina or Firestar. No, this one's Firestar. And then the purpley blue bits I split up into one with more Firestar. And then this one, what was this? Oh, this was leftovers. I had leftover blues, so I just put them all together and ended up with this weird teal color. I don't know, whatever, it's fine. It's pretty, right? It's like a silvery blue. I like it. It's nice. And I think it'll spin up heathered, because if you look at it, there's other colors in there, right? So yeah, I made bats. This one's my favorite. Ta-da! Yes, so I made that. So see, I've been productive. I've been doing the things, right? What else? I have mail to open, and I went to Joann's on, was it Friday? Thursday? I don't remember. Is there a receipt in the bag? Let's see. What day was it? Whatever date the 12th was. And I bought some yarn, because of course I did, because I was bored. Got some Mandala gradient yarn in this really pretty blue. I'm going to put these together, by the way. This is steel blue, and then they had a black and gray. And it's just called Noir, so black. And they only had 3 left of each of these. So I decided I'm going to put them together in a blanket. And it's probably going to be moss stitch, and I'm going to alternate and mix them together so they look really cool. I think it's a Pearl Soho pattern, but it looks like a woven blanket, but it's not. It's just like moss stitch with 2 different colors. So yeah, I got 3 each of these. I like them a lot. They're very squishy. Let's see. 295 yards. It says worsted. Worsted, Aaron. Whatever. It's acrylic. I don't care. It'll make a cool throw blanket, right? That's the plan. That's what that's for. And then I got Patton's Croy because it was on sale. And their Halloween stuff, their early Halloween stuff is still 40% off. So I got this cute little coffin wall shelf. Cute. I'm gonna stick yarn in it because of course I am. But I got some Patton's Croy to add to my little dinosaur bins of Patton's Croy that are up there somewheres. See, it was on clearance. So I got, what color is this? Sidewalk. That one. This one's Where's the colors? Celestial. And Cascade. And then this looks like self-striping to me. I didn't know they had self-striping, so I picked it up, even though it's not like my color vibe, but I was like, oh, self-striping. Midnight Orchid, right? And then I got one skein of flax to do heels and toes, because I think it'll pair well with the stripes. Patton's Koi. Isn't that cute? Anyway. All right, so that was my Joann's trip. And then a couple more things, and then I'm going to go away and go back to moving books. I just emptied an entire bookcase so I could move it. And it's all an entire bookcase of books I have not read. They're just in this house for some reason. Because I went on like I must buy all the autobiographies spree, and I have an entire bookcase full of books I've not read. Well, I read the Vincent Price one. I haven't read any of the other ones. Anyway. Spindelicious. I got something from there because I've never bought their fiber before. And I figured I could, tour de fleece. And I got a very neutral color. It's a lot of fiber. It's a very neutral color, not completely my vibe, which is fine. It's fine. It'll be a fun neutral, right? All right. This is Posy, and it's Cormo. That's why I bought it, because it's Cormo. Isn't that pretty? Very soft, feminine colors. I have a merino from Loop. It was one of their Loop bumps that I took apart, and I think the colors in it, it was like a taupey gray and like a rosy pink. I think that'll pair really well. So maybe merino, like a super fine merino with Cormo. I think it'll be really nice together. Maybe. We'll see. Bought that. And then, is that everything? Oh, I bought yarn too. Row 1 for this month. I've already seen it because they posted it on Instagram. I just don't know which ones I got. I have fiber in my eye. Row 1. I just noticed they switched to paper bags instead of those linen bags they always used to send. It's probably cheaper. I used to keep those bags and use them. I still have fiber in my eye. I'd use them for dyeing, like filtering out dye that's been sitting for a really long time, because it's kind of like using cheesecloth. Get out of my eye. Cormo sticks to your eyeballs. There you go. Oh, okay. Me likey. I got the color I wanted. Okay. When they posted on Instagram, I was like, I really hope I got that color. It's that one. Very nice. Who's this from? Who's the dyer? Storyteller Stitchery. I have to check them out. I like these colors. Let's see what's in the bag. What kind of stitch marker do we get? Ooh, got some candies. Kopiko. Oh, is this the Asian coffee thingy? Yes. Kopiko. Cappuccino. Cappuccino drops. They're delicious. I've had them before. Let's see what we got. What's our stitch marker? Is it a book? Oh, it's a little book. Storytellers, yes. Okay, a little book. It's cute. Okay, there's that. I don't want to lose it. Pop it up there. Keep these away from the dogs. Okay. And then, lastly, I got some yarn from McKinney Knittery because I had to go pick up some more of these to finish my sweater because I didn't have enough in my stash. And then I've got too many, but that's fine. I'll put them with something else. I have more organic chickadee heather in here somewheres. While I was there, I walked around because of course I did. I got some Malabrigo Chunky in the Diana colorway. to make a hat with. And my mom's name is Diane, so I like it. Anyway, I got some Spin Cycle. Don't judge me. I just really like the colorway and had to have it. This is Woololo. I'm dyed in the wool. It's rust and gray. I wanted it because it was rust and gray. And a little bit of burgundy, like a burgundy brown. I think they'll look good together. Well, they're two different colors, right? Woololo and Mississippi Marsala. I think they'll look good together. And then I have, what's that color called? Is it this one? No. What's that color called? Where is it? Oh, this one. Shades of Earth? Yeah, Shades of Earth. Wouldn't that look cool together? So yeah, I got those. All right, so what's left? What's left? What else is going on in the life? I'm still waiting to find out about what's up with my wrist. Like I said, I think it's healed and it's fine and I can go back to doing things, but I'm gonna wait until they tell me I can, so I don't screw something up. Do I have any more fiber coming? No. Yes. Well, I have more of that gray black nep yarn coming, fiber. I know I have that coming. I got my October boxes. I'm trying somewhere different this time. Last year it was lamb strings, and I'm doing Ex Libris this time. They were a dyer that Sheva suggested to me that she figured I would like their colorways. So I ordered their October Advent. I got Knitting is Metal. I got their Halloween box because it's shining themed, because I love the shining. And I think the dyer for that is Crow and Crescent. I think that's the right name. And then for December, I got the Magpie box that I've gotten like twice before. So I got the new Magpie box because it's moon themed. And I think that's all I got. So I don't have, I need a fiber one. I haven't found a fiber one that I want. Plies and Hellhounds has a fiber one, but it's Wensleydale. And I haven't spun the one bundle of Wensleydale that I have because I find it itchy. So yeah, I didn't get that one. That's the only one I've seen so far. I think that's about it. So yeah, my only plans are to work on that Nebula, and I'm just going to be spinning mostly for July. I do want to do that vintage, what's it called? Vintage flannel sweater with the knit on the front. But knitting my test knit, I don't want to knit sport weight for a little bit. I want to knit thicker things. I do still have a bunch of whips to go through. This episode was supposed to be like 2 weeks ago, and I was just going to go through my whips for the 5 billionth time because you guys have probably seen them. They're still whips. It was going to be like, I think I'm going to frog this. It's going to be one of those episodes, but I never got around to doing it. So yeah, you got this. I think that's all I plan to do. I'm just going to work on blanket squares and Tour de Fleece and the Nebula. I've been kind of wanting to work on my cross stitch stuff, my unfinished whips. And then I have that, what's it called? It's in the closet somewhere. That loom. Zoom loom. I found because I ripped the package, saw the bits were in different places. That little sheep thing that I wanted to make that you make on the Zoom loom. I found most of the pieces. I'm still missing some of the stovepipe cleaner things. Stovepipe cleaner, pipe cleaners, stovepipe. The pipe cleaners, I'm missing like 2 of them. They're in there somewhere. I'm gonna find them. And I kind of want to do that. I just kind of want to do just super chill things for a bit. Because my brain can't handle anything else. And I still need to dye all of that once I have permission to dye. Sounds like I'm going for euthanasia. Like I need permission to dye. No. Which I don't understand. Why is that illegal? Like, how are they going to prosecute you if you're successful? Sorry, morbid thoughts. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. I'm sorry it's been forever. I will try to make this a more regular thing. I will come up with things to chit chat about. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys are well. I am semi-well. My brain space still isn't where I want it to be, but I'm working on it. It's a slow progress. Being on vacation this last week has helped a little bit because I haven't had to like be stressed out by too many things. Although, you know, my vacations are normally me doing all the appointments I haven't been able to do because of work. I forgot to go to the eye doctor. I am off on Tuesday though. Maybe I'll see if I have any appointments available on Tuesday. Okay, that's it. I'll talk to you guys again soon. I promise. And the Destash, I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. Once I have it all out there, I will let you guys know. I promise. I will let you know when it's all out there. You can go get all the yarn so it moves out of my house. There are 6 bins full now. There used to be 4. Now there's 6. So yeah, I keep adding to it. So it's never going to be finished. But at least it's not in here, right? And now that I've shown you guys this, I can fold it up and put it away until I feel like working on it again. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Have a good week. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.